Hey everyone, it's Katie with One Music School, and today we're going to learn Moonlight by VanderWaal on the guitar. Don't forget to check out the description box below for my website. There you can find out more information about setting up a one-on-one Skype lesson with me. Also, there is a chord chart for Moonlight. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button. They let me know that you like these videos and you'd like to see more. Also, follow me on my other social media platforms. There you can find behind-the-scenes footage and other tips and tricks that you can't find here on my channel. All right, let's get into the tutorial. So first I'm going to teach you the chords, and then I'll teach you the finger picking part. So the chords that you're going to need are an A minor. So you're going to take fingers 2 and 3 and place them on the 2nd fret of the G and the D string, and finger number 1 will be on the 1st fret of the B string. I like to use this G right here. I've seen G done this way and then also this way. Choose whatever one is best for you. I like this one. So fingers 4, 3, and 2 are going to be on the 3rd fret of the E, B, and the E string, and finger number 1 will be on the 2nd fret of the A string. Then we have a D. I love this transition. You keep finger number 3 right here. Everything else will lift off. Finger number 2 went closest from my nose all the way closest to my toes, to the 2nd fret of the E string. Finger number 1 will skip a string and go to the 2nd fret of the G string. You'll need an E minor, so you're going to take your focus box, these two fingers, and fingers 2 and 3, they're going to go on the 2nd fret of the A and the D string. And then I'm using a C add 9 instead of a regular C chord. You could use that if you'd like to, but I just like the way it sounds. So it's like my G chord like this, but instead fingers 1 and 2 will be on the A and the D string, but fingers 3 and 4, those are going to remain on the 3rd fret of the E and the B string. Now for the very last chord, you're going to need a C minor. You can either use the bar chord, or I've done something special for you. I've made an alternative where you don't have to use a bar chord. So I'm going to show you both. You choose what's best for you. So it looks like, if you've ever done a B minor bar chord before, it looks like that, but it's going to be on the 3rd fret. If this is your first bar chord and you want to give it a whirl, here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to take finger number 1 and place it across the 3rd fret. Bring it as close to the fret as you possibly can without being on top of it, and you're going to squeeze down. If you notice, my finger is rolled onto its side and my elbow just went a little bit closer to my body. That will give me a little bit more leverage, because if I use the flat of my finger, it's going to be very difficult to bar. And I don't know if you can see that, but my knuckle is bending. We don't want it to bend. So my knuckle is on the fretboard to prevent it from bending. Then fingers 3 and 4 will be on the 5th fret of the D and the G string, and finger number 2 will be on the 4th fret of the B string. Now for the alternative. So I am going to make something that looks like stairs from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th fret right here, but I'm only going to be playing the top 3 strings, the E, B, and the G string. And now for the simple counts. For the verse, we have A minor for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have G for 2, and then D for 2 counts. When it gets to the pre-chorus, we have E minor for 2 counts, D for 2 counts, and then C add 9 for 4. The chorus is A minor for 2 counts, G for 2 counts, D for 2 counts, and then E minor for 2 counts. For the last part of the chorus, it's C add 9 for 2 counts, then G for 2 counts, D for 2 counts, and then E minor for 2 counts. For the bridge, we have E minor for 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, G for 4 counts, and then A minor for 8 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor for 4 counts, 2, 3, 4, G for 4 counts. Then you're going to hold the A minor for 4 counts, and then you're going to hold the C minor for 4 counts. So whether it's the bar chord or the one that looks like stairs, you choose whatever's best for you. Now for the strumming pattern, when I'm not finger picking, I'm strumming down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So each down, down, up is going to equal 1 count. So if I have a chord with 2 counts, it will be down, down, up, down, down, up, and then I will switch to another chord for another 2 counts, down, down, up, down, down, up. Now for the finger picking part, if you choose to tackle this. So you're going to take finger number 1 and bar across the first 3 strings of the 5th fret. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take these 2 fingers, fingers 1 and 2, and I am going to pluck the E and the B string 3 times. Then I'm going to go 1 string up closer to my nose to the B and the G string, pluck it once, and then I go 1 string closer to my toes again. So that whole section will sound like. Then I form a D chord shape. So this is my D chord, but now I'm going to be on the 7th fret and the 8th fret. I'm going to pluck first the B and the G string, then I go 1 string closer to my toes, the B and the E string, now back to the G and the B string. So it'll sound like this. Now I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to lay it across right here on the 10th fret, and I'm going to play the E and the B string. So I'm plucking up with fingers 1 and 2. Then my pointer finger is going to lay across the 7th fret, and I'm just plucking right here. So I'm not using the E, B, and the G string, just using the B and the G string. Find it easier transitioning between these two rather than maybe doing something like this, because that transition is really fast. So the whole thing will sound like this. When it gets to verse 2, it changes just a little bit, but actually it's simplified. So we have that A minor mini shape right here, and I'm just going to pluck the E and the B string 3 times. Then I go to that D shape on the 7th and 8th fret. You know, still again, only the E and the B string. I'm just keeping this finger here as a placeholder. But then my middle finger will come up so that I can play just the B and the G string. If you choose to bar it, that's totally fine, just like how we did here and here in the beginning part. So the whole thing will sound like this. Now for the chorus finger picking part, it's very similar to the rest, but I have my A minor shape, so I'm barring the 5th fret again. Then I go to that D shape. Then I bar that 7th fret, but I'm only playing the B and the G string. Then from here, finger number 1 will be right here on the 7th fret, and finger number 2 will be on the 8th fret of the E and the B string. Now the full E minor shape would look like this if you didn't prefer what this sounded like. You could actually pluck all 3 strings, the E, B, and the G string. And that's it. That's everything that you need to know in order to play the entire song. The play along for Moonlight is next.
She always has a smile from morning to the night, the perfect poster child that was once in my life, a doll made out of glass. All her friends think that she's great, but I can see through it all that she's about to break. Remember last year when you told me to always stay here and never leave me? The light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. Remember last year when you told me these will be lifelong stories? The light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. Ooh, we were dancing in the moonlight. Ooh, I was dancing in the moonlight. Now she's lost her way, and she forgets to smile, never gets a break from this life in denial. A doll made out of glass, all her friends think that she's great, but I can see through it all that she's about to break. Oh, remember last year when you told me to always stay here and never leave me? The light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. Remember last year when you told me these will be lifelong stories? The light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. Ooh, and you were dancing in the moonlight. Ooh, and last year when I told you I'd only stay here and never leave you. I told you the light in your eyes made it look like we were dancing in the moonlight. Remember last year when you told me to always stay here and never leave me. The light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. Ooh, dancing in the moonlight. Ooh, and I was dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.